Hi, my name's Tracie Wayling from See Hear Feel Art. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back and for being a special part of this journey with me. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Previous videos are worth watching, as you will see they have grown and continue to grow like chapters in a book and have been resonating with a lot of things that have also been happening to other people in their lives also. This painting, an acrylic on canvas, is just one of many dreams, visions and astral travels that have been happening lately at an incredible rate, along with the compelling urge to document them, both in dream journals and in paint. People have been asking me what a twin flame is. There are many videos out there about this, but as with everything, I will only share my own personal experiences and perspectives based on those experiences. Basically, there is a huge difference between soulmates and twin flames. We have many soulmates who we can have many different kinds of relationships with in each lifetime. This can be partners, Mr. and Mrs. Right, Mr. and Mrs. Right nows, friends, family, people you cross paths with and strike instant connection with, even in a brief moment. A twin flame, the only way I can describe it is that they are an actual part of you. My own experience of this means that your feminine half can be having one life and set of experiences, while your masculine half can be off elsewhere. It seems that, as you'll hear in previous videos, that we can often be experiencing life from opposite sides of an experience at the same time. For example, one half could have a life that steers them to become an activist when they experience life from one angle, while the other twin could be experiencing life from the other angle, in jobs that the activist may be protesting due to their experience of the consequences of those things, while the twin experiences and learns the cause of those things from the inside, one from the outside looking in, the other from the inside looking out. It's about gaining knowledge and understanding that ultimately leads both of them along the paths of realizing this isn't right, there's more to this, a better way. It is when we reach those points that they then begin to awaken to each other. It's like a calling, an inner knowing, a switch that triggers the reconnection even if you've never met before, so that you can then work together towards the reasons we're all here, to create, to help to make a difference. At this moment in time, there is a collective awakening across the board with this, as more and more are connecting, not just with their twins, but will ultimately end up connecting with all twins, the collective consciousness, when the time is right to help with the biggest change of all. Change is coming. So back to this dream. In this dream, which I had on the 6th of August, I was in a large room. No decorations or anything on the walls, just rectangle tables and chairs, as have been in many of my dreams lately. Like school dinner tables dotted around. There were other people there. They could see me this time, and in he walked, coming in from the outside.
I'm back. Where are we this time?
We hugged, connected. You could feel the energy being shared, passing back and forth, like downloading mini updates of each other. He said he wanted to show me something else this time.
What?
We went outside into a garden area that again was closed off with surrounding smaller hills hidden behind fencing and trees.
This is so pretty.
It was nighttime. It was dark, but the sky was lit to a strange browny, pinky hue by strange dark clouds that had glowing purple lights. I followed them to see how far they went. They certainly went beyond the hill boundaries.
What are they? I've seen these before. I just can't remember where.
I went right out into the middle of the garden and 180 degreed to look at the sky above the building and pointed to a pink fluorescent spot in the sky.
They're separated.
I couldn't take my eyes off it. He said, people often receive messages out here. They're like angels or something that come down.
The divine is so many of them.
I laid on the grass, flat on my back. I didn't know at the time why I felt compelled to do that, but in hindsight it could have been connecting with the earth or connecting as I did as a child, cloud watching, seeing whatever it was I was to be shown.
So easy.
Each light began to move at the same time, leaving a trail, and letters were being formed, and simply said, "No one can see this but you."
Why? Why do I feel like I know you? Do you see this a lot? What are they for?
I reached my hand out to the right of me, sliding it across the grass towards him as he was now also laying down. He did the same. Our hands met and held each other's gently.
So fragile.
Within minutes, more letters began to form, and he got up as they did to go back inside. I don't know what was happening inside the door, but he had a clear view of it, and it felt like he needed to go back in right at that moment to sort something out or to give some sort of instruction inside.
This is so pretty.
The letters formed and completed the first sentence with the word Tracie. More words began to form, but I can't recall what they were at all. Being as I'm writing all this down and have painted it, I guess they meant what they said. In hindsight, looking back, I didn't think about it at the time, but maybe while we were laying on the grass looking at it, had he been seeing something different? Words of his own being shown, different to what I was seeing? That would make sense, yet it leaves more questions to how we were seeing them.
I can feel you.
I can't remember the following words, but whatever they were, they are in me. I can feel them. I just can't see them or pull them out. Another one of those when the time is right things, I guess.
Yes, this is so magical. They are there. They are with me. Inside. Never seen anything like this before. And yet, I don't know, it's familiar. Where?
As the words faded, or rather reversed their information back to a small light, I went back inside.
Breathtaking. Thank you. Questions. So many questions. But it's okay.
We looked at each other, that instant connection. I I slid my arms around his waist and back as he wrapped his own around me. Again, that surge of connected energy, that feeling of being one. And right at that point of melting, that melding point, I woke up with a smile.